Hey guys, welcome back. This is Breach, and you're watching the Let's Play Pokemon Blue, all 151, no trades, no cheats. Now, last time we got to Celadon City, and we saw that there's this creepy guy in the back of the game shop, and he's guarding a poster. Yeah, because posters need guarding, for some reason. But anyway, you can fight him, and he turns out just to be another rocket grunt. Now, this is where we start facing Eradicates from them. And yeah, they're pretty obnoxious with that Hyper Fang. We were trying to level up Vulpix a bit so we can, challenge the Grass Gym and actually do something, but, Eradicate had different plans for us. But, Wartortle with a special attack generally will do the job. Now, Hyper Fang is one of those moves that always for the enemy. I mean, I've talked about this at length in the other episodes. Always for the enemy. Just seems to wreck shop. But if you train up a Rattata or Eradicate and use it, not as good for you. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's just my personal experience. Maybe it's, just me disliking that family that much. But, it is what it is. So, I'm going to make quick work of this Zubat, as long as we don't get confused here. Come on, Breach, press the button. There we go. Now, this is going to be one of the first examples of me going in and clearing out an area of the NPC trainer battles off-screen, because there are an absolute buttload of them in here. I could show all of them, and then this episode would end up taking, like, an hour. And, as much as I know you guys enjoy these, and as much as I enjoy making them, we don't want to sit through an hour of me just fighting random nameless NPCs. Do we? Do we? No. No, we don't. In fact, I probably could have cut out this trip back to the Pokemon Center, but we saw the rocket run off there. And we'll figure out where he ran off to. Spoiler alert, it was the stairs over there. But we need to go ahead and get our Vulpix back up so we can try and level it up a bit. Now, Vulpix doesn't really learn useful fire moves. Well, he has Ember. But he didn't learn Flamethrower until like level 40. So, he's not going to end up being near as useful in the Grass Gym as we want him to. Now, here, I'm going to go ahead and take on one trainer on screen, and then I'm going to go ahead and take on the rest off screen. But for the most part, you can see where they are as long as you walk around cautiously, and you can just get around them and stuff. They're not too obtrusive. You can step up in the way if you want. This whole area is going to be filled with these rockets. And they're, all pretty much the same. Like, they don't even bother giving them different names, because they're all identical NPC trainers, which is why I'm going to show a couple of them, and then no more. Because it's just a waste of time. It really is. It's a time filler, and it's an experience gap filler for you, so that you can get up to snuff for the raise in talent or level that you're more or less required to have once you get further into the game here. Now, you don't have to get too high a level, but you do have to get fairly decently high up with several different types of Pokemon for the most part in order to beat the game. Now, you don't have to do it with a whole bunch of different types if you do it with a couple specific ones, as you'll see once we clear out the Saffron area, the rocket central hub from Saffron. But really, it's not too much of a grind. Mainly because of these NPCs they put in the way. You don't have to grind too terribly much in this game, if at all. As long as you're smart about, what you put your team at. So, bam! We cut, we did all the other trainers off screen, because really don't like showing that off. Well, at least all the other trainers on this floor. There's more floors with other trainers, as you see, because we just went downstairs. Now, here we have the first example of a very slow puzzle mechanic. Yeah. This mechanic is only in a couple different spots in the game, but it's really just obnoxiously slow. Now, there's another moonstone for you, so we technically don't have to go through and do the duplication glitch on the moonstones. We're going to anyways, because there's a nugget, and you can guess what else is in this room. I think this is actually a TM right here, not the rare candy. Yeah. There is a rare candy in one of these rooms that you can kind of walk your way around to. And it's really just all strategic about watching where the paths are going. You can see where they're all going before you end up hitting anything. So it's not like you're going to get stuck in any kind of loop. Here I was answering a text and making sure that I was hitting the right spot at the same time. So, but you can go around here and bam, hidden stairs and an elevator. Now, we don't have the elevator key yet, the lift key, because there's more NPCs in the building that we have to take on. Wonderful, right? So, I'll show off this one and then I'll clear out the rest off screen again, because, you know, there's too many NPCs, and we're just trying to level Vulpix up along the way. And I realized that if I would have spent less time trying to level up Vulpix, Magikarp, and, you know, a couple other Pokemon along the way, it would have been an even easier journey than it was. Like, me trying to keep a balanced party made this harder than it needed to be. Like, if I would have just pumped up Wartortle the whole way, or Pikachu the whole way, then the rest of the game would have been a cakewalk. But every Pokemon, almost every Pokemon, has one gym that they're just terrible at. Mew's not going to be one of them. He'll have abilities that'll make him dominant in like every gym. But like, you take Pikachu, he's useless in the first gym and the last gym. Wartortle, really good in almost all of them except for number 4 and number 3. Charizard, bad at number 2, not great at number 1. Venusaur, not good at number 7. So, pretty much anything that you want to pump up along the way, you're going to have at least one other to cover its weaknesses. Which is what the base game is. And once you get into, like, advanced or competitive play, there's a whole lot more complexity to covering weaknesses and building up team-based strategies. But, you know, we're not doing advanced play right now. We're playing to catch them all in a single-player playthrough. And this guy has way too many Pokemon. Like, it's just obnoxious how many Rattatas this guy has. Like, did he make it out of that first route? Rocket really needs to step up their standards for who they're recruiting. That's pretty blatant at this point. Because, you know, Rattatas, they're not hard to come by. Like, Team Rocket's supposed to be known for stealing rare Pokemon and stealing Pokemon to, we're about to cut again, by the way. Bam. Stealing rare Pokemon so that they can have the strongest and conquer the world that way. But, you know, they don't really do anything besides have Rattatas and Ekans and Weezings and all the same Pokemon all the time. Excuse me. Now, there's an NPC that you fight in here that drops the lift key. And I can't remember if I grabbed that off screen or not. I think it's this guy down here, actually. Might be him, might be another one. Nope, no. I don't have to fight you. Wonderful. We go down further. This is where we're going to get the lift key. Is down here, I believe. Maybe. Nope, just an HP up. I really should go back and watch these videos before commenting on them, but it's just as much fun for me seeing what I did as it is. Oh yeah, this guy drops the lift key. It's just as much fun for me seeing what I did as, watching a Let's Play. And for the most part, I understand why I do what I do, which lets me post-commentate it. But every once in a while, I get just as surprised, which to me is as fun as, the people who go through and fake their reactions. It's more fun than that, but it's just as much fun as the raw live reaction. And I don't have to worry about bogging down my system trying to record both at the same time, or losing out on commentary because I'm too focused on gameplay, which, happened whenever I played Binding of Isaac. If you watch any of the streams for that, I'll get in the zone and just not be able to look at chat for a little bit. And coughing is an okay poison Pokemon. The poison types aren't really great in this game. If you want a good poison type, go for either Haunter or Gengar. They're both going to count as poison on top of Ghost, which takes away Ghost's resistance to Psychic and makes them super weak to it. I may be talking out of my backside there. I can't remember if I think Ghost is resistant to Psychic, but I'm not 100% sure. So I just know that those two are both weak to Psychic type moves, and that Poison definitely is. Which is why later on, whenever we get to Fuchsia City, you'll see Mew absolutely wreck house. Now we picked up the lift key there, and we're just trying to get back to the elevator. Remember, we saw the elevator when we came through here the first time, doing this nice, long, slow puzzle. Whenever we notice there's stairs and an elevator at the end of it. So, we just want to get to the elevator. We got to fight 2 or 3 fights ahead of us there. And then we have an item. The item that is the whole reason we came here. Now, every once in a while I do get interrupted while I'm playing by, either my dog needing attention or someone trying to ask me something despite the fact that I tell them, hey, I'm recording, text me if you need anything. Because I can look at that, less obtrusive spot. Yeah, I don't know what it is about people needing attention whenever, you say, hey, I need my attention and focus right now. I think there's some kind of psychological principle behind it, but oh well. Now, to get in this door, very simple. You just have to talk to and beat both of these guys. Now, this guy talks about you foiling their plans at Mount Moon. What exactly they were doing at Mount Moon, besides harvesting moonstones, I don't know. Clearly, they were doing that there, which is why there's a moonstone here. But, it doesn't really seem that maniacal that, they're grabbing moonstones out of the mine for moonstones. We grab moonstones out of there too. Does that make us a bad guy? I don't know. Doesn't really seem that bad. Rocket doesn't seem too terribly evil in this game, except for, them blocking off your path. It's not like in Gen 2 where they're cutting off Slowpoke tails and selling them and, harvesting all the Slowpoke and ruining a town's economy. Or like in Gen 3, whenever they're holding up that ship museum and trying to steal all the parts and everything. They just don't seem that evil. Granted, in Saffron, they're a little more evil, but so far, I mean, it's like, why are you the bad guys again? Doesn't really make too terribly much sense. Like, they should at least be capturing Pokemon. Like here, we're just breaking up an underground betting ring. Like they're using the casino here to launder money or something. Which, you know, I guess they're probably getting the money from somewhere evil, but they don't seem evil. It's just not a clear-cut bad guy. I don't know. That always confused me in Gen 1. Like, you know, Giovanni is supposed to be the mob boss. And sure, you walk in and they're, you know, keeping an entire corporation checking up on the people there, and they've taken over the building. But what were they doing there? Like, are they just asking for something? Here, I guess they've also stolen the sylph scope from Sylphco. So, that's somewhat evil, I think. But maybe they were in a business trade with Sylph, which is the company in Saffron whose name I had forgotten. Like, it leaves a lot unexplained and a lot to be desired, which the anime, you know, clears up a bit for you, but doesn't really leave too much game canon explanation. And I left Pikachu in just because the Pikachu versus Arbok, you know, throwback to the anime. You gotta have that fight whenever you can get it. Pikachu versus coughing, wheezing Ekans Arbok. I love doing that. And Swift is like quick attack, but better. So we're gonna go ahead and forget Thunder Wave. I know Thunder Wave helped us catch some stuff, but we'll pick up another Pokemon with Thunder Wave before too terribly long. After we get the Sylph Scope here, we'll go back to Lavender Town. You see, we defeated them, door opens, we have to go fight Giovanni, the head of Team Rocket. And we just want to make sure our Wartortle's in front, because he uses all ground type. Or at least partially ground. See here, he opens with an Onix. I think he's got either a Nidorina or a Nidorino. And I can't remember if he has a Kangaskhan yet or not. He will eventually. Maybe it's a Rhyhorn next. Yeah, Rhyhorn and then either Kangaskhan or Nidoqueen or something like that. We will use the Sylph Scope to go through Lavender Tower in the next episode, so that we can get. Oh, it's Kangaskhan, so we can get the item there to proceed. Basically, a giant fetch quest for us to be able to get down to Fuchsia City. I want to open up as many of the different cities as I can while I can at once. Now, Kangaskhan using Rage is not fun for us. Every time he takes a hit, until he uses something besides Rage, it's going to increase the damage that Rage does. So, use that guard special, which, you know, negated a lot of what Bubble Beam will do right off the bat. And, you know, we're not in a great position. Thundershock will hurt it, because I think Kangaskhan is only normal in this. His Rage is beefed up too much right now to be too useful. Vulpix, not really going to be useful at all. So, we'll try Mew, and we will transform so that we get all of his stats, even after that guard special. Now, Mew is going to take 5 uses of each of the opponent's move. And all of their stats whenever he uses transform. And what that's going to do is let us have Kangaskhan's defense against Rage while we use Comet Punch, which is going to hit him multiple times. So that we can get him down to, you know, next to nothing. I know we pumped him up a lot, but with Vulpix having quick attack, we got him weak enough that we can just pop him like that and get nearly one shot and have just enough health to finish him off. Now, thank you guys for watching. This has been Breach. I know the commentary hadn't been as good on this one. It's been a couple of days since I've done any commentary, so I'm just getting back into the swing of it. We pick up the sylph scope here. Next time we're going to go back to Lavender Town, go into Lavender Tower, catch some ghosty Pokemon, and go solve the problems there. So if you enjoyed the episode, please comment. Let me know what you did not like. Leave a like or a dislike. And yeah, follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/element_breach. And you can keep up to date with what I'm working on there. And have a great day. Thank you. Bye.